YouTube, it's Gut Punch Barbie.
And it's your man, Full Metal Sensei.
And we're here to talk to you today about our trip to the Caribbean Open.
So, back in February 2024, I know, February, I know. Takes a while to edit stuff. Shut up. Leave me alone. Don't judge me. Back in February 2024, we got invited to attend the Caribbean Open in Puerto Rico. You're looking at a 2-day major USPSA style match.
20 stages.
Yep. 10
Paper
per
targets, steel targets, moving targets, all the targets.
All the targets.
Was it 400 rounds? 420 rounds, right?
I don't know. It was a lot of ammo. So,
Yeah.
a lot of ammo.
And you know, he shot like 550 rounds.
I had to get a new shit. I know she quiet. So we were out there, a lot of great shooters out there. I know Niels was out there. I know Phil Strader, a lot of top USPSA shooters. I saw, of course, some of our friends of the channel. You know, we saw the team from Guns and Butter TV, DJ and Aaron out there. My good man Tyler Jamal was out there representing. Trayvon Barber from Barber Training Solutions. A lot of great shooters from our community and from our space, kind of showing that this match being put on in Puerto Rico was a highlight for diversity in the shooting sports.
Absolutely. Justine Williams did her thing and took Niels out in the final match.
Yep, they had a shootout. You'll kind of see what that looks like in this video. But we actually kind of went with our own crew. So who do we go with?
The Trainers Lounge.
I'm mad you say it like that, but okay. Yeah, we went with the Trainers Lounge. So you're looking at my brother Kofi from Hand in Arms. Look at the Principal's Office 2A on YouTube. Antonio from Draw Defense.
Draw Defense.
And Derek. Yes, I called you Derek.
Derek
From Elite Tactical Solutions. We all went together as a group because the team that shoots together gets better together. So what was your favorite part of the match?
Oh gosh, it was so many. I think it was just the variety of the stages and how they had things set up. I mean, they really challenged us with really having to remember where all the targets were and all the different shooting angles and the combination of the targeting. So, I mean, it was just an exciting match.
Yep.
And it was all set up by a woman, Katia. Thank you so much for putting together an amazing match.
Yep, Kathia's rocks, and one of the stages was Kathia's house. That was
yes.
Crazy stage design, to say the least. Shout out also to all the friends of the channel, such as Hunters HD Gold. They had 2 stages they sponsored for the match.
2 stages. And of course, we were rocking our Hunters HD Golds out there.
That's right.
Made the red dots pop in that beautiful Puerto Rican environment.
And also shout out to the team at Staccato. They provided their match ammo for the match. I was shooting the XL with the Holosun 507 comp. Shout out to Holosun for sending that out. As you guys have already seen the review, I'll put a link somewhere. Well, I probably actually won't put a link. I'm lazy when I edit. Nope, I'm not putting the link. I'm lazy. But shout out to the 507 comp. You'll see, I had a little issue while I was out there. But it turned out to be a great match. So, you know, all in as well as that, you know, ends well apparently. Great food, great environment.
Yes,
Definitely.
and pinatas. Mwah!
And pinatas were awesome. It was like the best thing ever. Think we'll be going back next year, probably.
Absolutely. I'm game.
A little bit about this match. It's been going on for 3 years now, and I think it's growing every year. You're looking at Puerto Rico in February. Who doesn't want to go shoot a match in Puerto Rico?
You're crazy if you don't want to go to Puerto Rico in February. It was beautiful.
Kind of awesome.
Absolutely.
Kind of awesome.
Did we say 20 stages?
20 stages.
20 stages.
20 stages and bad knees and shoulders and all that. It was
being tactically fluffy.
Yeah, so get right with your fitness if you're gonna plan on being in competing. Because
but we didn't die though.
We didn't die.
We did not die.
I almost died, but we didn't die.
He did almost die.
That hill, y'all know if you went to the Caribbean Open, you understand the hill.
The hill. The hill.
You're looking at a range that's in a mountainous region, beautiful rivers running through it, amazing scenery, amazing sights.
You always gotta love shooting with the beautiful green backdrop.
Yeah.
It's just lush and it's just beautiful being outdoors. Yeah. It's one of the only times I like being outdoors. But I will caution you, wear pants.
So we were invited to come out by Katia Rivera, the match director for the Caribbean Open. If you don't know, it's a open match in beautiful, beautiful Puerto Rico. So, of course, took off from BWI, flew with Gut Punch and Elite Tactical, Elite ETS Academy, I believe Blue on Instagram. It was a really nice flight, left at night, got in, looking for those bags, because, of course, you know, had to fly for firearms and all the gear, so I like to pack a bag for personal stuff and then a bag just for gear, belts, and all that so. little nervous. I mean, I've already tracked it with my Samsung tags, but waiting for that bag to come around that conveyor belt. You know, we saw a bunch of other shooters from Maryland that were there as well. That were waiting for their bag. So eventually the bag came, got our rental car, and we are on the way to our Airbnb. So beautiful thing about Puerto Rico is even late at night, the weather was fantastic. You're talking about February. And the weather was amazing. A little rainy. Was worried about it raining because a lot of times it does rain during this match. But the weather forecast was beautiful. Look at that view though. Going to our Airbnb, it was in a private gated community and near the beach. And look at that view. That looks phenomenal. You're looking at, all that beauty, and then we're here to shoot too. So got in, got some shut eye, and the next morning got ready to go to the range. Just wanted to give a quick tour of our Airbnb. Shout out to Gut Punch for finding this Airbnb. It was a 4-level, I don't even know how many bedrooms, but everybody had their own bedrooms, bathrooms, and the like. It had an elevator in it, which is just crazy. Had a lake in the back, really, really nice. So we'll take a look at some of the amenities. Giving some, I want to say, maybe Kingpin vibes. I'm not really sure, but probably one of the more unique Airbnbs I've stayed in on a trip to a match. A lot of light, a lot of windows. Of course, we're just getting up about to head to the range, and my man Hand in Arms is ready to do it, ready to get in here, ready to get this match done. I'm going to take a look upstairs. This place had like 4 balconies. There's the elevator. So yes, it had an elevator. But we had like 4 balconies in this place, each with like different seating and couches. And you can kind of see the lake in the back. Really, really nice community. It was gated, so we had to kind of, buzz our way in, and they knew we were staying and all that. But then we had to check our gear, just make sure, we knew our guns came in, but just to make sure. So we have the Voltec XR. As you can see, Gut Punch uses air tags. I use Samsung tags because I'm Team Android. But looking at, just making sure that her firearm was in there, she was able to confirm that. And then we went to the range for our walkthrough. So we showed up at Aquas Buenas, if I'm pronouncing that right. If not, oh well. But the RL Shooting Club has a beautiful range. It's nestled in the mountains. You're looking at all the greenery, all the beauty. It has rivers running through it. It's like a forest walk, more than an actual gun range. So we had to check in, make sure that they knew we were there, have them check our ammo, make sure our guns were, make sure we were right classification and all that. Now, while this was an open match, it wasn't a USPSA major. It was an open match, and you're looking at a lot of the world-class shooters that were there. Really busy. Had a beautiful, beautiful cafe. We're going to talk about, that food in the cafe. These empanadas, let me let you know, amazing. Like one of the best meals we were hungry to, one of the best meals I've ever had at a shooting match. Definitely next year going to be grabbing some of those. So this is our setup for our first day. We're squad 20, so we started off on stage 20, then went to 16, 17, 18, 19, and then took a lunch. And we had 10 stages per day for 2 days, so a lot of shooting. A lot of fun though. It was good to squad with my people. We did a brief walkthrough just to kind of see what the stages looked like beforehand. So we started off just to kind of get a view of what to expect tomorrow when the shooting started on Saturday. Again, this is Friday, so we're doing a walkthrough for the stages. Didn't walk all 20 of them, just walked the ones that we were going to be shooting the first day, just so we can kind of get acquainted to them. And then we did some practice and some match review that night when we got back to the hotel. So after the walkthrough, we didn't hit a restaurant. We wanted to grab some food because, it's beautiful Friday. Middle of the day, we did a couple of errands, ran around a little bit, got acquainted with the place. And can I tell you, food in Puerto Rico, they feed you and it's delicious. So the next day, Saturday morning, everybody's here. You're looking at, oh my gosh, all the people. We're gearing up in the rental, making sure we got everything we need to have. Take, of course, a quick picture for Instagram. Yep, that's right, because the Trainers Lounge represented in Puerto Rico. Go ahead and tag all my people here right there. So once that happened, it was time to hit the stages. So I'm not going to put all the stages we shot in, just because that would make the video way too long to put all 20 stages. But just some highlights of some of the stages from day one. Really, really fun, inventive matches, though. I mean, stages, really, really fun. There was stuff that made you think, stuff that was like, you had to really kind of stage plan and having some time to prep and study the night before. And when I say study, I mean we were studying the night before, like cramming in stage plans and everything else. All of us dry firing and everything else to try to make sure we were going to be okay with this. So it's just a little bit of what Honey Bear Tactical brought to the match. I will say, as you can kind of see me limping there, my knee and my shoulder, of course, we all know I have the torn rotator cuff. That injury happened right before this, but it was fine. We still got out there and represented. Very accurate hits. Just trying to run the gun fast, just trying to run the gun right. I was also testing out the Hollow 507 comp, and that did really well, and also shooting the staccato match ammo. So once I got that all zeroed in and dialed in, we were running really well. After the first stage, you can kind of see some of the hills, because like I said, this is in a mountainous region. I got Doc and the rest of the crew. We're all coming down the hill from the first stages we had to run. Draw the fence in the house right there. Really fun, but of course, you know us. Always running into cool people. My man Hunter Constantine, if you don't have his belt, make sure you get one. Definitely one of our favorite EDC belts and a really, really cool guy. But then, of course, it was time for team dinner. So we went to a wonderful restaurant, really great seafood place. They gave us a private room. It was really, really awesome. Really, it's always good to break bread with the team and really get, we always make sure wherever we go, we do a nice team dinner. So Saturday night, we were able to get it in and get a really, really tasty meal. As you can see, we came directly from the range, as you can see by the jerseys. So now we're looking at the second day. We're starting off on stage 10, and then we're doing like the bottom row stages. So I'll throw some more footage in here of the stages that we were running. I started off with of course, we had to get a jersey for the match, but I actually ended up changing my jersey. So if you see a different jersey, that's why. Just because I always have, like Tiger Woods, I have my match jersey, which is the Sunday jersey to kind of make sure I end up strong. But I wanted to kind of represent for the Caribbean Open, because these guys, when I tell you, some of the best, most polite, most engaging people to have officiate matches and running matches, from the match director Kathia to the ROs, all of them were extremely professional, extremely nice, welcoming, just really wanted us to all do well and really kind of supported us and made sure that we felt like welcome guests. So I'm just throwing in some stuff from from day 2. Like I said, some of them, turn and burn starts with mags on the barrel. It was different stuff. As you see, I now have the other Honey Bear Tactical jersey on, and of course the knee brace. But Gut Punch was out there doing her thing. She was turning and burning it down. Her and her CZ Parrot, she was really rocking it out there. But as we kind of continue to show some of the courses of fire, you'll see that they have short stages, they have longer stages. This one was actually a little weird because this is when my battery door came out. If you see my Hollow 507 video, you'll know what I'm talking about. And as you can see, there it goes. So right then when I paused, it's because the dot was gone. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? Not my best stage. Gut Punch represented on it though really well. She was able to clean up that stage and really rock it out. Even nailed alphas on the swingers. I had no dot, but I was, you got to stay in the fight. But she was able to kind of go and knock out alphas on that and clean up that really, really well. So great stage for her. Then we, just a shout out to the youngest RO I've ever seen. He was really, really cool, and he was out there barking orders and instructions, and it was great. One of my favorite stages, as you can see, I didn't have a cover on my SRO, my 507, to hold the battery in. This was from a seated position, hands on your knees. So I was able to go ahead and jump up, load, make ready, and start to put in work. Really good, fun stage. Like I said, they did stages that made you think, and they were hiding like little hidden targets here, there, and everywhere. It was one of those exercises in making sure that your stage plan is legitimate and that you're really thinking it through. As you kind of see, I was like, oh, wait a minute, I forgot something, go back. Some of them even had, like, instead of 2 shots, it was like, no, you could put 3 on each target. I was like, what? 3? Oh my gosh. Some of them were like 1. So a true outlaw match, fun stuff. So there's our squad. I believe Blue was actually in squad 19. with a bunch of really good shooters. But shout out again to my man Doc in the blue. He helped me with that cover for my dot. So after we kind of wrapped up, then it was time to grab some food. So when I tell you they fed us, the paella was awesome. Ran into some really top shooters. You see Tyler Jamal, you see the Guns and Butter team, DJ, and then they had shoot-offs for people that were tied. So Justine and Nils out there just doing their thing, trying to decide who's going to be on that podium and who's not. And Justine got him. And she got him. It was really fun. So as we're leaving, we're like, hey, we got a last day before we get on the plane. We want to kind of get a little bit of Puerto Rico. So we went on an exploration trip, myself, Gut Punch, I Bleed Blue, and Hand in Arms to find some Puerto Rico. Really wanted to see some water while we were there, so we went on a scavenger hunt to a beach. And sometimes you got to go ahead and be a little different. So we were able to get on a beautiful, beautiful stretch of beach. It was super relaxing after shooting for 2 days and all the logistics of traveling. Mind just not a foreign country, but you're still traveling out of state, flying with your firearms, all your gear, making sure your gear checks, a lot of other stuff. So we wanted to kind of take some time to relax and unwind and enjoy, what beautiful Puerto Rico had to offer. So you're looking at, just some candid shots that, my man Hand in Arms, who was an amazing photographer, took. Had to get one of him, looking like he's deep in thought. And of course, the sensei just looking like I wonder if I can drink all that water because I'm scared. Then it was, the next day, later on that day, it was time to head back to the airport. Time to wrap up this trip and traffic and, saying goodbye to Puerto Rico. It was a beautiful time, and again, definitely be back next year because this is one of the favorite matches now. And just so you can kind of see, look at that beautiful, beautiful island. It's always lovely to come, and it's hard to leave. And just thinking about next year, let's do this again. Shout out to Kathia, the match director, really, really welcoming. We had to grab a picture with her because she was extremely welcoming, communication, just emailing her like, hey, what about this? What about that? Really great time. So if you like this, if you want to see more, like, share, and subscribe. Till then, Full Metal out.